Alright, welcome again. I'm Derek Gozali. Welcome to Peaceful channel trying to help you understand about your brain and also that you can see yourself in a different perspective so that you can navigate life a better way. Alright, so in this video in particular, I want to talk about those people who watched the previous video and had difficulties trying to achieve it. Alright, this is very common in a lot of different um, demographics, and we don't want to label people stupid or anything. They are not. They just are just confused with the instruction, and they are probably not using their mind the way that they could. And this is a specifically designed to help people to to distinguish the two frontal lobe, how they work together. So there are plenty of exercise that we can do, but then there are a few that has been very useful, very effective, especially to turn on the right side of the brain to a little bit more active state. The left one, there is a way, but I don't want to cover it in this video because it is a little bit dangerous. Um, and I don't want you to do stuff that might hurt yourself without anyone who is trying to monitor you and knows what they're doing. But the bottom line, if you want to know, is to feel the emotion of others, and the more you feel the emotion of others, the better it is that you can immediately release all the contraction that is pressing your amygdala, especially to not suppress your fear, rather to feel the fear and feel the emotion. Therefore, and but yeah, I don't want to go into more detail about the left brain, but the right brain. I think this is a fun one. People are saying that what the hell are you doing, and it sounds stupid from outside, but this is the reality. All right, let me. If you are having difficulties trying to throw the apple with hand and everything that I was talking about, well, let me tell you another exercise, and I want you to relax first and foremost. Please relax or move your hand a bit, and use your finger and look around the finger. Follow the finger, and when you are done, then follow what I'm trying to do. And if you fail what I'm trying to do, that's okay. Okay, don't blame yourself, and I will tell you the secret at the end. All right, I want you to imagine that you are in the total darkness, and there are three, let's say, balls. The first ball is red, second green, the third blue, let's say RGB. All right, it forms a triangle, and there's a glass that connects all of them. And on top of this glass, there is a little bamboo that goes all the way like 100 meters up, and it has a lot of leaf, and the leaf are sparkling weird golden powders that falls to the bottom. And in the bottom there's an ocean there with three alligators, and the alligators one is covered with this gold leaf or gold powder, and suddenly become gold and got stuck there, become a little stone there. And the other one found that it is kind of dangerous, so it ran to one direction where the alligator found a little rabbit, and the rabbit is all around the shore area of the lake. The rabbit ran all the way to the other side where the lake, and where they found the alligator, and found a forest that was on fire. And the rabbit was crying and calling for help, and no one helped the rabbit until suddenly there are two giant birds that came and tried to bring water to pour and to extinguish the fire in the area. Then one of the big bird is an eagle bird. Take the rabbit, fly with it, and enter a little cave where the cave has two bears. One is sleeping during slumber, and the other one is trying to look for food. So the bear is trying to climb all the way to the top. There's a little hole in the middle of the cave where it finds a beehive, and it just tries to look for honey there. So the rabbit was trying to help the uh, the bear, and not knowing what to do, it thought, well, maybe the alligator can go all the way up there. So it asked the bear to throw itself. The rabbit was thrown all the way from the cave, going back to the green ball in the beginning. And then because the rabbit was so high, it couldn't help but be there for a bit and not doing anything. So it cries for help, and finally the little um, sparkling that falls underneath the bamboo tree are becoming bigger, and it hits most of the area underneath it. So the the remaining alligator that wasn't chasing after the rabbit was going all the way to the cave. All right, period. Let's stop there. Maybe you're thinking like, what the hell is this? So, all right, let me ask you to replay, just for the sake of yourself, whatever I was telling you without playing back this video. And um, you don't need to tell anyone. Just try to imagine the entire thing again. And if you could not, most likely you have been trying to listen to my word. All right, I repeat, if you could not throw the entire thing, most likely you are listening to my word. Okay, my words are, I have a broken English probably, but more importantly, if you want to draw this gigantic image in your mind, you need to eliminate the word. You need to forget everything that I say. You need to ignore every single word that come out of my mouth. And you need to draw exactly whatever I ask you to draw. Immediately throw it in the canvas. It will be on the left brain, but then the one that is drawing it is your right brain over here. So you draw an alligator. The alligator goes there and everything. So over here, you probably are very smart trying to remember, textbooks and everything. But in this exercise, I want you to forget about the detail. The more detail getting eliminated, the better it is, because your left brain cannot encompass more than, I believe, probably 11 um, memory at the same time being put there. What it can is to draw a simulation, however complicated it is, in one simulated memory. We call it, like I call it, a cylindrical memory, muscle memory with emotion, and that one can simulate however it is, and it will remember the entire thing. The more you simulate, the more you can draw. It just remembers you can go backward even. The entire world becomes a 3D world. So remember, don't listen to my word, just draw it. And when you try to, let's say, imagine a crocodile or alligator, whatever, don't try to add more than an alligator. I know a lot of people, some people that we try to help, they are trying to, let's say, they imagine a rabbit, and the rabbit has two cute eyes and two, long ears, and then it's eating. I don't ask you to imagine that. So if you do, try to not do it. Just purely draw something that is so unfinished, black and white, or even doesn't even have color. So if you want to be able to detect and analyze very very quickly, this is one thing that you want to train yourself to. Just draw anything randomly all the time. All right, it doesn't make you smarter or anything, but at least what we have found is those people who label themselves mistakenly stupid, from kids, whether they grew up being told stupid by the family, or they just came up with the decision late in life. They are not stupid. When we ask them to do this exercise, and once they understand that they are not supposed to listen to the word. They are supposed to draw something. Suddenly they can do the entire exercise quite well. Maybe not in pretty detail, but it's good enough that when we challenge them to do something, any subject stem cell sorry stem subject, let's say, that made them feel that they are stupid, let's say math or anything. Suddenly we give them a very difficult challenge and they are very good at it. They can solve the entire thing. Well, not all of them because they probably forgot already, but we when we tell them how to do stuff, they are no longer trying to compare. Okay, the integral of x dx is equal. Okay, I don't remember. There is that thing that I remember and this remember I and then another formula, another formula. No, what they do is just all right. They think about it. Okay, there's this problem, and they draw every single thing that they remember around them and make sure that okay, it could be this, it could be this. So they don't remember one word. They compare one thing with 100 things, and that has been proven very very effective, especially for those who are young. I know this video is not targeted to the younger audience because I don't want them to misuse the information. But if you know your younger audience, your friends who are having difficulties, they think that they are not smart enough. No, they are not. That they are not smart enough. Usually, they just believe in a lie, and I couldn't say generally to everyone, but we have seen this working again and again and again. People becoming so crazy, people who couldn't play games at all, like RPG game, suddenly after going through this little exercise become a pro immediately playing an RPG or MMO. You can imagine like what's happening here. The person that I thought that I always confused, like why they couldn't like handle the stick very easily, suddenly become very very good at it immediately within just 1 minute. So anyway, um, I want to close the video, uh, with a message that all of you are given the same brain that I have. It's my brain, it's your brain, it's different brain, but we are all working under the same structure of brain. In the end of the day, if you are in the entrepreneurship, if you own business, I'm quite sure that you kind of know, especially if you go through hardship yourself, that you are not better than anyone and no other people are better than you. They just use their brain in a different way. And likewise, I just want to emphasize that all of you listening out there, I know your potential. I know if unless you are sick, okay, unless you have other literally like you have a missing brain or something. I don't know how to quantify that. But then, if you're a healthy person, and if you for regular people, I would say probably most people that I dealt with, you can learn how to use your brain and you can learn how to um, face issues in a different way. And the more you try to ask for help from other people who feel as if they know the issues and they are better, and they just try to just to survive themselves, not really to help themselves, not understanding themselves, I think you are deviating the problem, and pretty much it doesn't end with a long-term result, and you just try to suppress the issue again and again and again. But if you learn, let's say, how to just do this little thing, and let's say it helps you how to think and how to strategize in your business, and also how to make a long-term plan, and how to do things that make sense, not so much for a la la land. That a lot of people say that I have a good idea and there. Well, maybe they are good at the right brain, but then they are not good at trying to use the left brain that we will be talking in the next few videos. Not that they are not good in the way that they are stupid. No, again, it's just that they are not doing that and they are not aware. And I think this video, this channel is dedicated to help you understand how to use your brain, so that you don't need to listen to those people who are some of these people who are trying to take us down are mostly people around us, and we do not Probably it's a hard thing for a lot of people to digest for that one. But if you have gone through hardship yourself, I think you can relate very easily, and you can change your mind and repair damage that have been done upon you by other people.